Kano. Okay, I know the first one will be the better choice, but I kind of want to see what happens if he goes here. Kano thought about Sasayama's wife and decided to get in touch with her. He called Sasayama's home phone, but nobody picked up. Perhaps she'd gone to the hospital. With that in mind, Kano called up Shibuya Central Hospital and asked them to transfer him to Mrs. Sasayama. After a little while, a woman's voice came through the receiver. Yes, this is Mrs. Sasayama. Her voice was thin and reedy. My name's Shinya Kano. I work with your husband on the force. What happened? He didn't know what to say. He couldn't find the words. I wish that I'd been there when he'd gone to make that arrest, but he blurted out at last. I should have tried to get there and back him up sooner. If I hadn't been too late. He trolled off, hoping he hadn't said too much. Sasayama's wife answered in her gentle, quavering voice. Thank you so much for your concern. I'm glad that my husband is lucky enough to have a colleague like you. No, I couldn't. I'm already a detective, Mr. Kano. I prepared myself for the possibility that something like this might happen. But she certainly didn't sound like she was prepared. Kano felt a biting pain in his chest. Your husband gave me something to hold on to for you. I'd like to give it to you if I can. Oh, well, certainly, but I'd like to stay here by his side today if possible. Of course, I'll head on over to the hospital myself then. Dang it, say that way he goes to the hospital. Hope you don't mind if I pay a visit. Oh, of course not. Sorry to trouble you like this. Thank you so much. Kano hung up, then hurried out to the precinct. Kano began to worry about Rumi and decided to give her a call. The phone rang several times before it went to voicemail. The fact that she hadn't picked up made Kano all the more anxious. When Rakao snapped back into the present as the sheaf of pages appeared in front of his face. Here you go, Jack, he said, radiating anxiety. Right. When Rakao gave her a copy a close read over, then thrust it back out to her. What did you even fix? He asked. Could you please tell me what parts are wrong? She mumbled, hanging her head. What are you talking about? It's just, well, we don't have a lot of time here, so I figure if I just fix the parts that need fixing, Jackie trailed off into an indistinct mutter. Is that always how you go about fixing your copy? Yes. Then you're never going to get any better. If someone tells you it's good, you write the whole thing from scratch. Just making fiddly tweaks here and there is what an amateur does. Jackie dipped her head even deeper, cringing at the reprimand. Mikao let out a tiny sigh. Look, what I just told you, that's what Toyama told me when I was first starting out. There were times he'd have me do dozens of rewrites. At first, I thought he was just pushing me around. After rewriting things over and over, I realized something. There are a whole lot of ways you can write about the same thing. And that's what helped me hone my skills as a writer. Jackie raised her head back up. Oh wow, really? If you can get that, then stick with it. Write your submission deadline as close as you have to in order to write the best piece you can. Okay, I can do it. I will do it. Finally, Jackie's face brightened with a smile. That's the spirit. The woman might have talent, but she hadn't realized it yet. She needed to be able to stick to an assignment even when things get tough. If she didn't have that kind of resolve, she'd never make it as a freelancer. I'm getting tired of watching this scene. Oh, how touching, Ozu chimed in, applauding. I almost moved to tears. They'll make a movie of this for sure. See, I'd only been acquainted with this sad sap Toyama. We never knew there was such an upstanding fellow here who was so good at tough love. When Norikawa shot to his feet and pounded his fist on the desk. That's about enough from the peanut gallery. Hold your tongue, Sagawa snarled. His eyes shone with a vicious gleam. We're getting sick of waiting here. Sagawa, you really are a short-tempered guy, aren't you? Ozu clucked disapprovingly at his underling, then slid a sheet of paper onto Norikawa's desk. Nevertheless, I'm afraid we do require a decision now. If you'll just stamp here, we'll be on our way. Jackie stared down at the document. Is this a bond of reconnaissance? Yeah, that's right. That's what you write when transferring a debt. Sagawa puffed himself up proudly. Mikao suddenly looked over the contract. If you don't have a stamp, we'll gladly accept the signature as well, Ozu pointed out. Face it, pal, Sagawa added. If you don't hurry up and sign, we're never going to stop going after Toyama's daughter. Mikao snatched up the pen. We're misdemeanor. You can't do this. Think about what you're doing, Jackie shouted. If you go through with this, you'll just wind up like Mr. Toyama. I won't. Yes, you will. Just who the hell do you think I am? Minoru Kawa, damn it. I'm going to land so many scoops that will make your head spin. And I'm going to pay back this debt and rebuild Heaven Publishing. But why would you take such a risk, Jackie sobbed. Minoru lowered his voice. Because I owe him so much. I can't stand by and let these scumbags kill his daughter. Minoru readied his pen and signed the document. Alright, Sagawa cheered. Now we're talking. Satisfied grin came to his face as he reached for the contract. Before he could pick it up, Jackie snatched her from the desk. I'm not letting you do this, crumpling the paper as she stuffed it right into her mouth. Hey, Sagawa snapped. What the hell are you doing? Tried to force Jackie's mouth open. Don't you dare, you bitch! But despite the frantic efforts, Jackie managed to gulp his wad of paper down. Sagawa blinked a few times. Oh, you did not just do that. Ozu looked on, dumbstruck. Guess we gotta get a new contract in the office, boss. Bring as many as you want, Jackie declared. I'll just keep eating them. Girl, you some kind of damn goat or something? Sagawa shoved Jackie up against the desk. Ow, cut it out! That hurts! As she struggled to resist, Jackie lurched toward the desk, planting one of her hands atop the TV remote control. One of her fingers happened to land on the volume up button. The sound from the television set soon hit max volume. You have just learned the identity of the victim killed in the explosion. Shibuya resident and pharmaceutical executive. Shibuya resident? When Urakawa tilted his head in confusion. Toyama didn't live in Shibuya. Wait, you guys thought he was? Who said that he was in the explosion? Once again, the victim of the explosion was Shibuya resident and pharmaceutical company executive Mamoru Tanaka. The cause of the explosion remains unknown. The police are still in the process of following up several potential leads. The site of the incident remains an alarming scene with relief workers continuing to tend to the wounded. The four people in the editing office spoke in near unison. Huh? Who's Tanaka? Dumbasses. Don't you dare leave it there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. God, what a horrible to be continued. So dumb. What, you guys thought? Oh, no, I'm just confused. Running out of time.